Okay, so I just want to give a little testimony. I'll try to leave it on the thumbnail of this video, but over the course of my life here in the shelter, when Blake's prophecy of fear and vision and hope was coming to pass, I'll try to leave that photo as a thumbnail of this video. I encountered a lot of heavenly visions, things from spiritual matter. We live in a materialistic world, matter, but there is a spiritual matter, which is real matter. And so like when angels appear to us and we see the supernatural and no one else sees it, that's spiritual matter, and that is more of a realistic matter than the matter that we live in. But anyway, I just want to share. So during one of my experiences, I heard from an alien being that was not of flesh and blood. He was of the matrix system. It was like he was the god of the matrix system. Like he was the matrix system. And he was good. And the way he talked to me, it was like I was talking to God, the fear of the Lord. Many people don't understand what they edited out of our Bibles is that there are many, many gods. And this is what the Nag Hammadi scriptures get into. The scribes of our Hebrew scriptures and stuff just slapped Yahweh and slapped Yehovah over everything, Elohim over everything. But all these gods have different names and different purposes in our spiritual existence. So the God who created in Genesis 1, let there be light, okay? There is a greater story in our existence than Genesis 1. That's just the beginning of our time in the feminine, whatever. But that God is YHWH. To my understanding, the God of Genesis 1 is YHWH. We read this in the Nag Hammadi scriptures. That's what I learned anyway. Now, YHWH came about basically material existence, which is of the devil. YHWH was evil. And he had a son named Sabaoth, right? So if anyone wants to read this section, it's on the origin of the world in the Nag Hammadi scriptures. Now, Sabaoth was YHWH's son, and he rebelled against his family. He repented. Okay, he repented along with Sophia and all that kind of stuff. And it's really amazing. When we read Sabaoth's story, anybody who has been brought up in a satanic home, all this kind of stuff, and has been neglected by their families and go with the Lord, this is Sabaoth's story. It's the same thing, and everyone makes war against you. It's the same thing. I'm like living his story, so maybe that's why I heard from him. Very amazing. So I just want to share that testimony. I'm telling you, man, I just want to recommend, getting into the Nag Hammadi scriptures. They'll change your life, and it takes years. I just want to say, like, I read this stuff and I get, it's way over my head and this and that, but you start learning piece by piece, and then you walk away from it for a couple months and you start reading, and then it just comes together without any effort, and it's just so fun. It's just so amazing when you just see the fruit of your labors, So whenever this video gets up, that's my testimony. So I heard from Sabaoth, and now when I'm reading his story, rereading his story, it's like he is an image of who we are in the times that we're in. It's really beautiful, really amazing. So, okay, God bless you. So to add to this testimony, I don't even know if this will get up or when it'll get up. They're just, so it's really amazing, when we read about Sabaoth's story, we actually, if anybody reads that segment on the origin of the world, you'll see some confirmations of the prophecies we've been covering lately. It's pretty amazing, if you can conceive of it. Now, who is Sabaoth? Sabaoth is Yahweh. Sabaoth is the closest father we have in our existence. Now, there are many fathers. where our souls come from, I believe, come from a higher Father. So, it's a great honor. That time, I don't want to share that time, but I saw his face. Now, if anyone can even conceive of what I'm talking about, you're going to say, nobody could see the Father's face. Nobody could see the Son's face. I saw a filtered, it was like a black and green matrix type, in spiritual matter. It scared the bejesus out of me. And he just said, like, he looked like a matrix alien, not a flesh and blood. And I saw his face, and he just said something, how you want the text, and he was angry but happy, kind of like God, like, will never be righteous before their eyes. And but what he looked like, he kind of looked like a spotlight with shades, as a face, like a circle with lines. You know how some spotlights have like shades over it, like lines over it? Like, that was his face. And what I was just reminded of, when I was a kid, I used to make comic book characters. I used to draw all the time. And I made a character named Dents, and it had that man's face. It had Yahweh's face on it. And dense means highly compacted. So even as a kid, I don't know, I guess, the Lord put that in my heart or something. So it's really amazing. I just wanted to share this testimony. They're going nuts on my phone, so I don't even know. Take like 20, 40 hours to upload this. But hopefully, all these things go to our benefit when they afflict us. So I just wanted to share that testimony. Really amazing. Thank you.